A fast car on his bumper.
Truex and Logano making a run here.
Yeah, and they're trying to work their way. Oh, look out!
That hole closed up quick.
Man, Truex makes a nice save. He got pinched.
White flag.
White flag is out. 2.6 miles to go.
Oh, trouble.
Trouble, the big one. On the dinger, on his lid. Side over side, end over end.
Kevin Harvick's going to win this race.
Yeah, that's...
The race is official because the white flag was displayed, and Kevin Harvick was in the race lead.
He was at the he was in the lead at the start-finish line, but did he continue to have that?
We're waiting for NASCAR to give us official word. They're looking at the camera results and also the timing lines. And it's good to see A.J. Allmendinger getting out of that damaged 43. Here they come around the track under the caution.
Well, Richard Childress is going to victory lane. Don't know which car is going to be there.
The checkered flag is displayed, and I guess the biggest question in our minds right now is it going to be Clint Bowyer or is it Kevin Harvick?
They gave you the checker, didn't they? I don't know yet. It's a checker. They ain't said nothing.
The teams are as confused as everybody else.
Well, it's not necessarily confused. They just don't know because
checking on the video here.
They'll have to determine.
Checking it on the video. One of us wanted.
Either the 33 or the 29 is going to win this, so Richard Childress can be happy.
Right now we show Denny Hamlin in 7th and Jimmy Johnson in 8th. Now that is all unofficial. But if this stands with Harvick winning, the top 3 will be separated by 19 points.
See a lot of cars with damage here. The 83, the 82, and the 2.
We were ahead of them the whole
14.
time straightaway. I think he just said 33-29. I don't know what he said.
Still waiting on NASCAR to review all this. They've got loops they go by, and then they go by camera angles to kind of decide this.
Hell, one of us did.
When the caution flag flies, it puts a timestamp on every camera and all the loops, so they're reviewing all that
We had
data.
him by just a little bit. Did we win or not? They won't say yet. They're just looking at tape.
The one thing we do know, Richard Childress Racing has its 11th win.
Hell, they do a burnout
at Talladega.
Well, Clint's going to say, okay, I'll go ahead and decide it. He's pretty sure he won. Kevin said, I'll wait and see.
Kevin put the window net down. He's waiting for the official word just like the rest of us.
I think Clint's trying to help make their decision.
Yeah, I think he's trying to. It's right here in front of the NASCAR people.
Well, here comes Clint. And the two of them shake hands as best they can with the proximity of the cockpit.
Yeah, I don't know if Kevin Harvick's going to win or going to finish second, but that's an incredible job with a torn-up race car to get himself in that position. And he can thank David Rudiman for helping push him to first or second, whichever it was.
Well, Rudiman all day was helping a lot of people, and he did have a great car. And he will get a big thank you from Kevin Harvick. And what amazes me...
Stop right here and wait.
What amazes me is we talk about how we need aerodynamics at this track, and then there's Harvick proving us wrong.
Right here, man. We don't know yet. They're doing everything.
We're looking over at the NASCAR officials, and they are still examining the scoring winner.
33.
The official word is it is the 33 of Clint Bowyer. So Bowyer will finish first. Kevin Harvick will be second. David Rudiman will be shown in 4th, with Juan Pablo Montoya 3rd, and Joey Logano unofficially in the top 5. As we mentioned, they're now showing Jimmy Johnson in 8th, Denny Hamlin in 7th.
Well, the one thing we can be assured of is this points championship is closer first, second, and third than what it was when we came in here, because we know that Kevin Harvick finished in front of both the guys that were ahead of him in the points.
Right now, it looks like will be 2 points out of first place, and the 29 of Kevin Harvick will now be 34 points out of first place with 3 races remaining. Can it get any better?
Oh, we're going to have a great battle. How about Clint Bowyer in this chase too? It's going to be his second win of the chase. Had a couple of other opportunities.
In fact, he is the first 2-time winner in the chase races. All right, here is what NASCAR is looking at.
Harvick's going to lead this at the line.
But remember, it is also the scoring loop.
Yes. So he's ahead right here. So it's a matter of when this caution is displayed. And see the trouble here.
And there, right there, you see Kevin Harvick just behind Clint Bowyer.
Boy,
that was close.
And the yellow comes out right at that point, and that's how Clint Bowyer wins this race, by a nose. And let's go back and see what happened that actually ended this race.
And Jimmy Johnson got out of shape first there, but saves it. And right behind him, everybody starts getting together. Looks like Tony Stewart forces Allmendinger upside down.
Boy, and that, thank goodness, the safer barriers on that inside wall.
Yeah, and we've seen in past that when something happens behind the leaders, that NASCAR's let these guys race back. But obviously this was in an area they would have been racing back to, so they had to throw the caution.
All right, let's talk to Kevin Harvick. How about it, Doc?
Well, Kevin has climbed out of this banged up car that's all patched up and taped up. First of all, let me ask you, on that final lap, did you think you had it won? And there was a lot of discussion between you and Clint Bowyer out here.
Yeah, I didn't know when the caution came out, but I thought we had beat him to the line. It was really close. I just got to thank David Rudiman. You know, he pushed me all day, and he was really good behind us, and our car was kind of beat up in the front there. But it was just going to be a drag race there to the end. So we did what we needed to do. We kept it 1-2 in the right house there. And just a great day for RCR, a good day for the points, and just got to thank everybody from Realtree and Chevrolet.
As damaged as this car was, how did you get back up there? I heard you say a couple times on the radio, we can get help with the draft, but we can't pull out and go by ourselves. How did you finally pull out and go?
Well, I just attached myself to the back bumper of the 56, and I, you know, as we were shoving our way through there, we knocked a couple of them out of the way and wound up in our lane, and then I backed up to the 00, and we were able to get a good run there. So just a typical Talladega day with a few dents here and there.
You're talking about the points, 34 now with 3 races to go. You're right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we came here to do. We came here to obviously, you know, lead some laps and run up front and try to win the race, and came up one short of that, but we beat the guys we needed to.
What a day for Kevin Harvick. This kind of day here is a kind of afternoon that can win you a championship. Marty?
You're oh so right, Doc. Kiss from wife Delana. And let's go to victory lane. Clint Bowyer is there. There he is.
And we have Gatorade flying, being thrown. Clint Bowyer, first ever restrictor plate race win. Clint, what was it like that last lap, the back in the 4th, to not knowing, to having your teammate there? I see tears in your eyes.
Yeah, that's the burns. Just unbelievable day. You know, I want to thank ECR, all you guys back at the engine shop. You're back on top. I'm so proud of you guys. That was an ECR win right there. Kevin coming on the outside. Juan pushing me. I want to thank Juan. I couldn't have done it without him. But just the BB&T Chevrolet was strong all day long. Cheerios, Hamburger Helper, Hartford, everybody involved with this thing. Just so happy with everybody. And have second come home second. It was awesome. I want to thank Sprint and all you fans out there. Hell yeah!
Clint, we kept talking about Kevin Harvick and all the damage on his car. You actually had a hole in the front of your car, and they had to spend some extra time and patch it up. How did that change?
Well, you know, I just wanted to, I got into that 47 that was tight back there, and I turned him around and then caught up my teammate. I was sick about it. I didn't know how bad it tore his car up, but as soon as I saw him coming on the outside again, I helped him push back up through there. And just very strong cars. The guys in a fab shop, and especially those boys in the ECR engine shop. Thank you, guys.
What does it feel like? You won at Talladega, Clint.
Feels awesome.
And he won with his interim crew chief, Scott Miller. His crew chief, Shane Wilson, will be back next weekend. Marty?
All right, thank you, Jamie. Richard Childress was part of the very first race here back in 1969. Today, he now becomes the leading all-time winner as an owner with his 11th, and we'll dissect it all when we come back.
Another wild finish at Talladega that'll send these thousands of fans away talking and maybe just a tad confused over how the finish works with NASCAR's rules of not racing back to the yellow. Let's go back and just recap how this thing came down for you. Once the leader has taken the white flag in a race, if the caution is called, that's it. The race is over. The field is frozen. NASCAR has a mechanism up in the control tower that links together their videotaping system, their timing and scoring computers, the caution lights on the track, and so on. When the race director pushes the button, all the video cameras are time-stamped, the caution lights are turned on, and if you look, this is the moment that caution was pushed. You see just barely Clint Bowyer ahead of Kevin Harvick at that instant where everything happened, and that's how he won the race by that much. Bowyer, the car on the bottom of the screen at the front there, and Harvick, the guy to his outside.
Good explanation, Al. It's pure and simple. I mean, you see Bowyer leading over Kevin Harvick right there. The caution flag come out. NASCAR pushed the button, and boom, it's over. Bowyer wins the race.
They'll have some good laughs about it. Now, just understand, all the finishing results you see, all the points that you hear are unofficial at this point. NASCAR will go back with that same video mechanism and completely check the scoring of the field. So the 2-point difference between Jimmy Johnson and Denny Hamlin and so on, that may get adjusted slightly pending the confirmation of the final results. Whew. Jimmy Johnson, unofficially, Vince, scored in 8th right now.
Jimmy Johnson brings it home 8th today, just 1 spot behind Denny Hamlin. A good battle between the two of you guys right there at the end. But how would you assess the day in general here at Talladega?
Man, it went really well. Our strategy played out. Cautions kind of fell and didn't help us at the end there. And really, it probably would have, but I don't know what happened on that last restart. Every car behind the 77 abandoned the 77 and myself, and that really we lost our momentum at that point and got us out of sequence. And 56 gave me a great push, and then I had a couple guys trying to block the huge runs that we had coming, and it would get me disconnected from the guy pushing. But all in all, decent day. Wish that we could have finished a little better, but we'll take it.
You and your teammate Jeff Gordon had a great run going too until he seemed to have a bit of a mechanical. Did you think maybe that was going to be the run that pushed you to the winner's circle?
Yeah, we were planning on that all day long, and I was content running second. I just wanted a guy that I could trust, because you can't see out the windshield when you're pushing a car like that, and you need someone that knows how to use their brake correctly to stay on the front. And I thought we had this thing in control. Maybe we got to the front a little early, but I felt like we were both smart enough to hang on to it. And then he thought the engine was blowing up and kind of pulled out of the way so it wouldn't screw up my effort. And in the end, it just ended up being something. I don't know what it was. He didn't have an engine problem.
Jimmy Johnson, 8th today. Good, solid run. He's still the points leader. 3 to go.
Well, a lot happened too with and around Denny Hamlin today. You finished 7th. You're still second. You're 2 points behind Jimmy Johnson now. But you looked very disappointed.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where we finish or anything like that. But it'll be tight. Obviously, everyone finished, gained a little bit on everyone, and it's hard not to be happy with our day because nobody really gained or lost, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want anyone to get killed in the championship, get lost here at this race. And but I wish I could have raced a little bit more aggressive and had a little bit better show. But with our format, you just can't do that. You have to have the safe play, and that's what we had to do today, and got a solid finish. And but I hate saying that. I wish we would have been a little further to the front.
What was going through your mind when you got the lap down and had to find some way to come back?
Yeah, I mean, that was tough. And so many cars were going a lap down. It was going to be tough to get the lucky dog. But the pass around and those things helped get some guys back on the lead lap. And we got it back, luckily, a corner from missing the lucky dog right there. And so we were fortunate as far as I was concerned. But it was just, being too lazy back there and not paying attention to what I needed to do.
3 tracks to go. No more Talladega, no more Martinsville, which I guess that's a bad thing, but what are you thinking now championship-wise?
Well, I like our position. I like everyone's position. I like that the championship's now going to be decided on 3 racetracks that the drivers and the teams can control, and let the best man win.
All right, I'd say he broke even today, guys, after what happened earlier in the day.
Absolutely, Dave. And Denny mentioned the 3 racetracks that this championship will be decided upon. They are Texas Motor Speedway, the Phoenix International Raceway, and the Homestead Miami Speedway. If you would like to join us, NASCAR.com/tickets. It's going to be a wild finish to the Chase for the Cup 2010.